He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. Goff. He's got Higbee complete right side. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that
one. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Working out of the gun, Winston. Got a man, it's Breshad Perriman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Again, it's Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs or putting together a team.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Check hot route. Hot. Hey, Shell.
Gurley again here on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. They always talk about the best performers do their job.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bo Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a man.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
To throw is Winston. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Hold on. Check. 45 to Mike. Switch up. Protein spill.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now gone. Flushed out right. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Goff on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, it's gone. Escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
6 man. Check curls. Check 52. Maverick.
To throw is gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Ric Flair. Hey, Haywood. Hold. 2 for 1. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got a 1st and 10 down out past the 20. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Jameis again. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Well, that'll get them the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Barber on 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Winston. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The reception, good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
First down, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Jameis now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jameis to throw it. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. 26 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Ready. Blue lady. White. It's a party now. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Barber. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. He's got Evans. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. They'll run on first down. Barber looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 39, Winston looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ric Flair. Switch it. Check nickel.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. It reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Brickstone, Travis. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Pick the edge. Shell. Pilot, 64, weak.
Goff now looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Sonny! 40 after Mike. Twist.
Third and short yardage. Winston. And he's got Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On the counter, Gurley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now they come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Check. Chill. 61, matchbox lights. He's checking crack. Watch twist.
On the toss, it's Gurley. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
45 to Mike. You ain't got nothing.
Out of the gun, gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. 23 yards, the final tally. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
From the 41, Goff, and it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston gives to Barber. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down now, it's Barber, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the blood.
Winston now. There goes a deep ball, end zone. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, tonight. 180. Here we go, here we go.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vita Vea in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Evades the tackler, and now some space. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Goff now to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.